Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Star Wars Visions. Last time on Star Wars Visions we had Tatooine Rhapsody, where this guy, from what it seemed, escaped Order 66, although I suppose we are not sure. But he basically stumbled into rock and roll, and then Boba Fett came and took one of the band members back to Jabba, and then they went and played a concert, and then they were all like, see, we're cool now. And that was that. Yeah. You may notice that my voice probably sounds a little bit different. I'm speaking a bit more softly than I normally would. That's because my voice is just kind of shot. Like, it's kind of been shot all day, and it's been very weird. So I'm going to be talking a bit more softly in this video. Which is probably for the best. Probably the reason my voice gets shot is because I'm yelling into a microphone that's literally a foot away from me. Which is not my best idea. I should try to maintain this more often. You don't care. With that said, let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Star Wars Visions. Here we go. Trigger presents the twins. What am I looking at here? Ooh. Good reveal. Because that did look weird. But this looks weirder. Alternate universe, man. They can do whatever the hell.
The journey has only just begun, B2OM. With this new power, my brother and I will bring order to the galaxy. Something no one else has been able to accomplish. This is our mission as twins created through the power of the dark side.
Whoa. Okay, then. That's pretty crazy. Born of the dark side.
High purity energy must be extracted from our power source in the central core. It is the same power that is transferred into the dark armor that you and your brother, Master Kare, bear.
Okay.
Once the refined dark energy is unleashed through the ship's hypercannon, it will easily be capable of destroying the planet or any resistant star systems.
Oh, they have a Death Star.
I will be forever the humble servant to you and your brother until the day my functions cease.
I will hold you to that. Now let's surprise those peace-loving Republic fools.
Okay.
Need a hypercannon.
Hypercannon!
Republic fools,
Prepare to
huh?
fire! Master Kare is gone. Where could he be at a time like this?
Is he stealing it?
They won't find us.
Greetings.
Or they found you?
Okay, you told me so.
No.
I refuse!
No. Whoa!
What do you...
Whoa, what the...
Nice work, Arturo. Now keep firing!
Okay, I don't know how he did that, but alright.
Ready to punch it!
Let's get out of here. Why do we have an X-Wing in here? I guess the whole why it was like swerving and stuff was because she blocked it. Damn, she's strong. It's a pretty decent distance, too.
She's going for the power core!
Oh, I love the handprint on there. Whoop! Oh! Another happy landing. Oh my god. That animation, though. Whoop! Oh god. So much lightning. Oh no, it's gonna bust! Oh! Oh god, it's Minako! Ah! It was Minako.
What is that?
It was through the Force that I was able to see the future that awaits you, sister.
Huh?
My future?
Is that if you use the power of the Kyber crystal, as I have foreseen in the vision, then you will...
Huh.
Regardless, I wasn't about to just let you die, and so that's why I...
Do you think I fear death?
No, don't!
I will make death yield to me, and I'll do it with the power of the dark side flowing through my body!
Oh god!
That's it! I can use this.
Oh, in a lightsaber.
What's this?
he has a lightsaber. Oh, man. I love what they do with the blades in this. Oh, you're approaching me. Oh god, she's got 6 of them. Whoa! Extended it. Oh god, it's coming out of her heels.
Now I shall send you back to the galaxy at
Hey!
Where's Am?
Oh, you know, losing it.
What if I'm not strong enough to save her? What do I do?
I love anime monologues.
The hyperdrive. Maybe. If I use the power of the ship's propulsion system, then it just might... And my lightsaber. I'm just not sure if I'll be able to try something so reckless.
Whoop. Well, he'll try. Our duo will try for you.
There is no try, only do.
Nuh.
I can make this work!
Whoa! I fucking love anime. Shit is so weird. Oh, it's a good angle to do that. It's so cool. Oh, she's blocking it.
Then you're free to choose your own destiny! Punch it!
Ooh. Damn. Blew up the rest of the ship, too. Wait, did the droid have a thing on? Man. Last Jedi's got nothing on this. Look at this. Jesus Christ.
She's out there. She's alive. I can feel it. After all, she is my twin sister.
This is Tatooine. Is this like a weird Luke and Leia thing? Alright. Cool. Alrighty, well I've got the cast list up. Interesting. Alright, so it was Neil Patrick Harris as Kare, Alison Brie as M, our duo as himself. God damn it. Don't pull some chopper shit. And then B2ON, Jonathan Lippo. I don't know that name, so I don't really know that name. I guess we could look it up. This is the interesting thing about Star Wars Visions, is the more celebrities that they cast for the main roles. You know, I'm sitting here hoping that a bunch of, anime voice actors show up that I'm used to on other anime. But, okay. So, first off, we do always look up the studio that does the specific episode. This is Studio Trigger, known for, let's see, Kill La Kill. I have heard of that. I haven't seen it, though. Little Witch Academia, I've heard of that. And then a couple others I really haven't seen. Some Little Witch Academia films. And then some other stuff for web animation. So yeah. But Kill La Kill, I've heard of that, but I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't know what it's about or anything. But, I mean, that's the interesting thing, I always, because I look up each one to see if I recognize the studio, but most of the time I don't think I've recognized any of the studios yet so far. 3 episodes in, I haven't recognized anyone, but at the very least I really do enjoy the animation. It makes me want to see more anime from these studios, which, I mean, you can't get any better than that for Star Wars Visions, is that, you bring in a bunch of you bring in a bunch of people for the studios that make these, and people want to go see more of them, you know? Doesn't look like too many things. Looks like he does a lot of additional voices, but that's fine. That's completely fine. Yeah. It's looking like the guy that plays B2ON, he mainly does, at least from what I can see. Although there are more specific characters in here as well. So yeah. So interesting. I mean, he's got a good voice, definitely. So, pop. Back to normal. And I'll put this away. Alrighty. So, the twins, where a anime-looking Luke Skywalker faces an evil Minako from Sailor Moon. She definitely, that long blonde hair. You put in long blonde hair in anime, I'm gonna immediately think of Sailor Venus. So, alrighty. So, interesting stuff here. So, these two were born of the dark side. However, they are not a part of the... I mean, I don't know when the hell this takes place. See, this is the problem with making these non-canon, is I have no idea where these are supposed to be, and it honestly doesn't really matter where these are. So, hope you don't mind. I have a new water bottle, and I've been kind of messing with the top, so I might just mess with it in my hands for a little bit. Anyway, but they were born of the dark side. And that whole thing, where they talk about it, was interesting. And let's see if I can find... No, I think it was beforehand. But they were born of the dark side. I love this, I love this twin Star Destroyer, too. That was really good. Gemini class, that makes sense. Alright, well, I just went through the entire episode and didn't find the point where they were talking about that. They do say that no one else has been able to bring order to the galaxy, so in this version... Well, they do mention the Galactic Empire and the Republic, but from what it sounds like, no one's been able to conquer the galaxy like Palpatine did, which is interesting. But yeah, the whole thing of they were created, so they weren't actually born. They were basically, I mean, it's the same thing that happened to Anakin. Here it is.
Something no one else has been able to accomplish. This is our mission as twins created through the power of the dark side.
Yeah, so they've got the whole thing of, born of midichlorians, influence the midichlorians to create life. Being born of the Force, basically, and the dark side at that, which is interesting. So they've definitely got an Anakin thing going on. So we have Kare and which is interesting. And they're using these kyber crystals. They're pumping these kyber crystals through. They're pumping these kyber crystals through their dark armor, and through that, then it will be able to destroy planets and such, which is interesting. But Kare goes against this specifically because I guess it's just that he found the future. He saw the future, and he saw that if they do this, his sister will end up dying. So now he said, here's the problem with some of these, is that I wish I had more to go on, but you really, like, in these short films, they're short films, so there are things that I just, like, you really just are, throwing rocks. You're basically spitballing, see what sticks to the wall, basically. And so the whole thing is that, he says I'm going to a galaxy far, far away. And it's like, oh, okay, haha, good reference and stuff. But at the same time, you don't know. Like, he could have been thinking, like, maybe go to another timeline with that power. And the fact that he can see into the future and stuff is interesting, which, I mean, is definitely... Which, it's something that we have seen before. Yoda definitely was always... could see into the future a bit, or visions from either Ahsoka or Ezra in Clone Wars and Rebels, respectively. There are things of visions and stuff with the Force, so it makes sense. The whole thing of stopping, showing, that was also interesting. Showing the whole thing of the vision as well, showing what will happen to her. I did like that moment. It reminded me of the world between worlds in Star Wars Rebels, so that was really, really interesting. You can really hear it in my voice, I think. Anyway. But yeah, so that was all very interesting, and seeing the future. A good duel. I mean, probably the best thing about these short films is just seeing, this thing that we've seen for well over 40 years now, a lightsaber duel. We've come a long way from, Alec Guinness and David Prowse just tapping them sticks together. It was David Prowse, right? I'm pretty sure it is. If it's not, I'm terribly sorry. But the man in the Vader suit in Episode 4, I'm pretty sure that was his name. If not, I'm sorry, and you guys can correct me in the comments and call me an idiot. That's your permission to call me an idiot. So, but yeah, we've come a long ways from those two tapping sticks together, and that's kind of been my favorite thing about these so far. Last time around with Tatooine Rhapsody, we didn't really have that, but the one in the duel I liked. This one definitely goes for a more bombastic feel to it, which is good. I liked the simplicity in the first one, where it's these two people, they're having their lightsaber duel, but it's, just on a log, going down a river, and they do a little bit with a waterfall, and, and then the trick, and then that's what ends up finishing the duel. So I like the simplicity of that duel. But here, I do like how bombastic it is, and the use of colors and shapes and everything was really good. Using, it's like... Because I think one thing that we don't really get to have in live action or in the CG animation of Clone Wars and Rebels is in those, a lightsaber is always straight like a sword. I like that in this, and a bit in the old Clone Wars miniseries, that I love how everything gets to be drawn, because you don't need to make it a straight line, you don't have a straight prop, and you don't have, a model where it's just a straight line. I love when things get to go further than that. Like, okay, here, Evil Minako has 6 lightsabers, but she is whipping them all over the friggin' place, And even here, just in that shot alone that I just watched, where, he goes and they do that, faraway shot, showing him, lunging at her. And then it's not that he goes over and then connects, it's that he starts jumping and then the lightsaber extends and hits, Like, that was really, really good. Like, they kind of mess with what you think is going to happen, Again, if you have some guy jumping, you expect him to jump all the way and then hit. Whereas in this, they played with you. They played with what you expect from a lightsaber duel. So that was really, really good. So I like that. And then the whole thing of using the hyperdrive and boosting... using that to boost his lightsaber and destroy her kyber crystal, in context of Star Wars, makes no goddamn sense. And I know it's Star Wars. This is the one with, Star Wars doesn't have the greatest sense of like they definitely don't have scientific accuracy or anything. There's a lot more mystical sci-fi stuff in this one. But at the same time, these two are just out here, by the way, which I wonder if that was a specific choice, that, these two are just out here in space, completely fine. Meanwhile, when they cut to the one droid, when he catches it looks like he has a helmet on, like he's the one that has to breathe. Which, if that's the case stylistically, if that was a specific choice, that's very funny, honestly. But still, like, everything here where it's like, okay, so using the hyperdrive, he somehow uses the hyperdrive to boost his lightsaber to break through the kyber crystal. Like, don't think about that too much. Just enjoy the visuals, and they were really good visuals of, him going. I do like specifically that they turned the X-wing, and, he's basically going along like this to hit, which was really cool. So that was good. And I do like her, honestly, blocking it too, because she is, she doesn't fear death. She wants to conquer death, and so she is going to try to beat him. The whole thing there of, oh, don't live for someone else. As long as you're alive, you're free. Pretty kind of almost textbook dark side rehabilitation dialogue almost. So that stuff, whatever, that's fine. The colors here, I love how these colors are going crazy. And then, they use the warp drive. The warp drive to bust her kyber crystal. And then just the fact that it's straight up, like in The Last Jedi, where, they fly off and it just leaves this gigantic wake, which was really good, a really good visual. Nice to see that in anime form. It's one of those things, though, it's like, now I wish that didn't happen in The Last Jedi, so I could have seen it here first, because that is such a good visual. And of course, somehow it doesn't kill him, it doesn't kill her, they are okay. But then, it cuts to the droid. It cuts to the droid, and he has a helmet on. Which is kind of weird that it looks like he has a helmet on. So, but maybe that's just how it works in this version. So yeah. And then the whole thing, he definitely landed on Tatooine. Okay, can I be honest? I'm sick of Tatooine on Star Wars. Like, I'm tired of it, honestly. Like, we keep going back there, and it's like, oh, it's so important, Tatooine, And I get it's where, we basically start. It's the home of Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker. It is this big, important planet, but when it's like, oh, yeah, we'll go out and we'll find her. We'll find my twin sister. And then it cuts, and it's the twin sons of Tatooine. I'm just going to be frankly honest with you. I am so sick of that imagery of it's the twin sons. I don't care anymore. Didn't know I was going on that tangent, but here I am going on that tangent. I didn't expect that. But it's just one of those things, maybe especially because last episode, it's like, we went to Tatooine, like, it's always Tatooine, and it's just so, like, even on, like, something like The Mandalorian or something that's like, I guess I gotta go to Tatooine. It's like, God damn it. Stop going to Tatooine. Why? Anyway. It's not important or a criticism. It's just a little frustration I have. Just ignore it. But anyway. A good episode. Visually very interesting. Story-wise a little confusing, but it's not canon, so who gives a shit, But visually very good. Again, loving these lightsaber duels that they're doing. And it's one thing too, because I mentioned the whole thing of, in anime you can do a lot more crazy stuff with the lightsabers that you can't do in live action or with CG. This honestly, I've kind of been going through this recently where I'm kind of in this phase, and I don't know how, like, if this really is a phase or how long it'll last, but I'm kind of at this point where it's like I kind of miss 2D animation. And after all the anime, I'm reacting to 3 different anime on the channel, not even mentioning this, not even mentioning a duck. But yeah, so 4 anime right now, technically. I'm doing Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Star Wars Visions. And I've done, a couple other anime here on the channel. And honestly, I've really missed 2D animation, Like, I've seen so many 3D animated, either shows or 3D animated movies. I mean, when was the last time you legitimately saw a 2D animated movie that wasn't anime? It's been a long time. Like, maybe, I know, like, the DC movies still do that. The DC animated movies still do that, which is great. But that's the thing. 2D animation, I feel like I'm missing it. And honestly, with all I'm watching here on the channel and with Star Wars Visions, I'm really just sitting here like, God, I want to watch a lot of anime and 2D animation and stuff. Like, that shit is so good. So, there's my second little tangent of the episode. Look at that. This is probably the longest video we've done so far, but, yeah. Anywho. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Next time around, we'll see where we're going next, what story, what universe, where we're going, who knows. But yeah, that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Star Wars Visions reactions, there is a playlist on screen, as well as another playlist, probably for the Bad Batch, that you can go watch. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.